I'm going to be attempting to write a visual novel. It is going to be a mystery. This is not a normal conversation two people would be having. I really don't know what I'm doing. I am figuring it out as I go. Hello, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. This is the start of another writing vlog. Right off the bat though, I am doing something quite different for the month of March, and that is that I'm going to be attempting to write a visual novel, a complete visual novel in the month of March. And if you aren't familiar with what a visual novel is, the easiest way I can explain it is that it is a digital form of storytelling where you tell a interactive story. It takes a lot of forms, there's a lot of genres in it, and this month I am participating in NaNoRenO. NaNoRenO is inspired by NaNoWriMo, which is the challenge where in the month of November, writers write an entire 50,000 word novel. I have participated in that a couple of times now, and this month I am participating in NaNoRenO, which is a similar challenge where you complete, write, create art for, do whatever you need to do to complete a whole visual novel in the month of March. I don't know how much I've really talked about it here before, but I am a very big fan of visual novels. I fell in love with them as a teen, and I've just been enjoying lots of different ones throughout the years as time has gone by. And the idea of creating a visual novel is something that I have wanted to do for a long time. I've made a couple of fun ones for myself. I made one to celebrate an anniversary with my husband in the past, and I even made one for a birthday party many years ago. But outside of that, I've never really taken it on to write an original story, create my own art, create everything to make something like this, and I figured why not give it a try this month. I'm feeling very inspired to get it done, and as something different from writing my romance novels, which I promise I will get back to once this challenge is over, this is going to be something of a mystery. And I mean that literally in a sense. I'm going to be writing a mystery, but due to the interactive nature of the story that I'm writing, I guess it kind of depends a little bit if you turn it into a mystery or not. I'm still kind of in the early stages of it, and I definitely don't want to give any spoilers. This is only the first day. I will get into all the details with you later. I actually have to run off to work this morning, and there is lots of landscaping or construction. I don't know. There are machines going off around me. So I'm going to leave it off there. This is the new project I'm starting. I will chat more with you later. And yeah, this morning I just wrote out about 100 words of a letter that I want to start off this story with. So yeah, I'm going to very quickly finish my breakfast and then head off to work and check in with you later. Hello again, it is Saturday afternoon now. I reviewed the footage of me talking to you yesterday, and I feel like I didn't do a very good job of kind of explaining the scope of the project that I'm going to be tackling this month. So I'll go over it a little bit with you now. Visual novels, like I said, can come in a very wide range of genres and topics, and also lengths and the way that a visual novel can be read. You can have branching storylines which lead to all kinds of different endings, or you can just have a straightforward, make no choices, no options story that you just kind of follow all the way through. They can be very short, they can be very long. There are visual novels that can take hundreds of hours for you to read through, just like it would take you to read through a actual big, thick novel. And The key thing with visual novels, and I mean, they're not all the same, but it is a digital piece of media that you get to interact with. But of course, they are primarily based around the writing that goes into it, and sometimes they have images and sounds as well. But basically, it is a digital piece of media that is based around writing that you can interact with. So the whole goal for me by the end of March is to have a finished visual novel that you can play / read through. And I'm trying to keep the scope very small. I have a couple of ideas kind of stored in the back of my mind that I've been thinking about for a while, but I think those, if I were to pursue them in the future, would be very long projects. Definitely not something I could accomplish in a month. So for this story, like I said, it is going to be a mystery. Right now I have it planned to be a story with multiple endings and then it having one true ending. So that kind of means that the true ending is one story path you can go down, and that is the kind of ideal ending to the story that I have in mind. But right now the plan is to also come up with a couple of other branches so that it is not just a static story and you can kind of choose what you want to do in it. And as for keeping the scope small, basically this is all just going to be centered around you being the reader or the person playing my visual novel, having a conversation with someone over a cup of tea, and what you choose to ask this person or say to them will kind of determine how the story plays out. So yeah, that's the goal. I don't really know how to plan out a project like this. I know with NaNoRenO or other writing projects, you can kind of set a word goal or something definitive to accomplish every single day. But for this, it feels open-ended to me. So my current plan, at least for this first week, is to finish writing the text for this true path so that at least I have a baseline, at least I have that, and then if I have more time, I can explore these other branches of story to go down. But of course, to finish this entire project, I also have to juggle the coding and image creation and all the other extras that go into it. So I think it'll be a lot of work, and I am already feeling a little behind because I haven't done very much since yesterday. But the plan for this afternoon is to sit here and get some words in, at least for an hour or so. My husband and I are going out for dinner tonight, and then I'm guessing the rest of the evening will just be spent relaxing after that, so I'm gonna see what I can get out in this next hour. As for the writing format, if you're curious, I guess it's going to be kind of written like a script, and it's up to me how much description I want to write. So I'm definitely not going to be writing paragraphs and paragraphs. It's mostly a conversation with some descriptive stuff thrown in. So I will see how this goes. It is definitely a new type of writing for me. I've read many visual novels, especially in this past year. I've spent a lot of time with them. So I'm hoping I can emulate that in my writing. For the more technical stuff involved in this project, I will get into it later, but for now, I'm just working with Microsoft Word and just writing the fiction of it all. So without further ado, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea and my brownie, and let's see what I can get out in this next hour. sun has set and my face is just lit up on my laptop screen here. It is about 5:30 now and I probably have to start getting ready to head out. Our reservation is for 7 o'clock and I'm very excited for this dinner. As for the writing, let's see. I am now sitting at about 1,600 words, so I have written, if I was starting at about 300-ish words, 1,300 words in this session, which was a little bit over an hour. I am trying to figure out how to hint to certain things that will unravel this mystery later on for the reader of the story or the main character of the story. I guess I'm worried that it's not subtle enough. I'm hoping it is. I guess I will see later on. I'm just trying to get this all out and I can edit it later. Although I am feeling the pressure of wanting to make it all nice and perfect for this one run, but of course it won't be that way. And I still have the rest of this week to continue writing, and I'm sure I'll be editing it along the way once I get to the actual coding stage and putting it all together. So there's that. I am excited for the potential it has here though. But yeah, that is all for me. I'm gonna go get ready for dinner and more writing to come. Before I head out the door to dinner, I just have to show you how cute these earrings are. They are like tiny little crocheted strawberries on the vine. It's just my first time wearing them out, so I wanted to show them to you. Anyways, we are going to head out to dinner now, so let's go. Good evening. It is almost about 6 o'clock here on this Sunday evening and I haven't made any progress today. It's just been one of those anxious Sundays for me where I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for the week ahead, grocery shopping and things like that, but at the same time just kind of feeling stuck and feeling guilty for not doing what I want to be doing. That's just how it goes, I guess. I'm going to try to squeeze in a bit of writing now. I think I will probably go over and sit at my desk for a while instead of sitting at my dining room table. As much as I like it for longer sessions, it is definitely better for my posture and my neck to be sitting at my desk and sitting in my office chair. But yeah, it's been a very gloomy day. The weather here has been so strange recently. Last week we've gotten all kinds of different weather. I don't know, hail, snow warnings, lots of wind, rain. It's just not pleasant, and today is another gloomy day. So I think before I get started on dinner, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, get set up at my desk, and continue writing the path I was writing yesterday. I really wanted to continue, but we had to head out to that dinner, which was a really lovely time. It was very delicious. All in all, a good evening. To cheer myself up, I'm going to make sure I get some writing done today so I can say I've made some progress, and maybe later tonight while I'm watching TV, I'll start on some sketches that I have in mind for the project. I don't think I've said it yet, but for NaNoRenO, I guess similar to NaNoWriMo, you can't have done any of the writing or the actual, basically any creation of the project before March 1st, so I haven't done anything at all. I've done maybe a few little sketches that were not great. I'm going to have to work on that. And I did have most of the plot planned out, at least for this main path that I'm writing, but I am still figuring out the details as I go. So yeah, that's the update on that. And also, look at this cute little orchid I bought at the grocery store today. There was a little shelf of them for sale, and I don't know, I thought maybe it would brighten things up if I had something pretty to look at. Okay, I'm going to make my tea and get to writing. It It is much later now. I ended up spending a lot more time than I thought I would trying to get in some writing, and then that turned into some video editing, and now it is 8 o'clock and I am glad my dinner will not take a lot of time to cook tonight. I got in about 500 words and unfortunately I don't know if I'm going to be keeping most of them. I really spent a lot of my writing time kind of thinking about what I wanted to write next, and then what I wrote, I was like, this is not a normal conversation two people would be having. If you were meeting a friend's fiance for the first time and you knew that she had a past with a late husband that she doesn't like to talk about, and then you suddenly start asking her about it to try to push the story along, it doesn't feel very good. So I don't know if I'll be keeping what I wrote. I don't know, I guess I'm trying to struggle with the idea of how you unravel a mystery, give your readers hints to what is happening. I'm trying to not be too obvious, but at the same time, I don't want things to go on and not give people a reason to keep reading. I hope that makes sense, and I'm sure once everything all comes together, it will be something people want to read. At least I hope it is something people want to read. So I think that is where I'm going to leave it off for this vlog. I'm kind of off to a slow start with this whole challenge. I really don't know what I'm doing. I am figuring it out as I go, and I will continue to figure it out. And I'm going to continue vlogging the process along the way, so if you would like to join on this journey, please subscribe so you're notified of when I post next if you are not already subscribed. This is going to be a very interesting journey for me, and I hope you come along, and I hope at the end of this month we will all get to experience what I have created together. I think the month ahead is going to be very challenging, but I am really looking forward to this challenge and making another creative dream come true. An idea I am kind of considering doing, and let me know what you think down below, is I'm wondering if I should actually be posting these vlogs after March is over and just kind of going full spoilers, talking about the very specific struggles or challenges I come across while going through this challenge, and then that'll be more motivation for me to really see it through so I can share these vlogs with you, and then you will get a true behind the scenes look of what went into creating this thing that I am creating right now. Let me know if that interests you. I'll see how I feel as I go, but that's all from me for tonight for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and if you liked this video, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video.